key points that I'll be highlighting today. As you can see behind me on the whiteboard, I'm be talking about define and refine your business plan, and then we got the finances, and then we got business structure. All right, so these are 4 key, I guess, players in building your business. That this is something that you always have to look at, no matter if you're looking from selling damn draws, if you're selling oranges, if you are, I don't know, selling shea butter, selling tea, selling yourself and your time, if you like an assistant, anything. All right, these are things that you have to be looking at. All right, because you are the product and you are the service. All right, so when you are doing that, you have to treat yourself as an individual entity, because everyone is a business, because we all have something that we're gifted with. We have a talent, and we have something that skill that we have learned that we can monetize. So when you are in that realm of things and trying to find out, all right, where can I fit, where can I niche, and what can I do that can produce funds for me, these are the 4 key things that you need to be looking at always, always, always. All right, like I said, you can drop your questions if you have any along the way. If you're on Instagram, you can drop them in a little box, or you put it in the comments. On Facebook, you just drop it in the comments. I'll be answering questions at the very, very end. All right. Once I get done going through these 4 concepts, I'll take about 5 to 10 minutes of questions, and then we're gonna wrap this thing up. All right, because it's real basic what we're gonna be talking about today, and I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. All right. So the first one we'll be talking about define and refine. All right. When we're talking about define and refine, we're talking about you have to define your why. All right, so when you are going into business, you have to really define your why and what's going to help you run this business. What's going to be the fuel behind that? Why are you starting it? Why is it important? Why is it something you even looking at? Why are you even considering starting a business? All right, is it the money? Is it this? Is it that? All right, you really got to figure that out. I mean, the basis of all business is to get money at the end of the day, so don't get me wrong. But you also have to think about the other point of thing, like what'll keep you going, because at the end of the day, money will not be the end all be all for you. I promise you. A lot of people will fight me on this concept, but at the end of the day, it's gonna come down to being more than money. What's gonna be fulfilling to you, and why did you start this thing? Now, the second part of defining and redefining your why, you have to look at, all right, is this a personal why or is this a marketplace why? All right, because if it's a personal why, that's something that's like an intrinsic motivation, something that gets you going as to why you want to start the business, or is it a marketplace why? All right, as in the fact that, all right, I see a void, I need it to be filled, and I have a service for it. All right, you might not be personally tied to the business and why you started it, but that will be your marketplace why. Are you seeing something that maybe competitors, somebody is not doing? You like, all right, I could fill that hole right there, and they not feel it, and I could do it a way different way, and I could make it a little bit cheaper. That would be like the marketplace why. But if it's something that's a personal why, something intrinsic, maybe you start out a business because there was like a death in the family, maybe there was something that happened to you when you were younger. Example that I can even say, like somebody pushed you in the pool when you were younger, you ain't know how to swim, all right? And you were like, okay, what device could a person wear to the pool that will help them not drown at the pool if they got pushed in the pool? All right, if you created a device like that that can help out anybody, that'll be like a personal why. All right, and you could also be simultaneously addressing like the marketplace why as well when we're talking about this define and refine phase right here. All right, so the second part is the business plan. All right, the business plan. The business plan, the most important. We're gonna run through 3 of them right quick. All right, the first 2 I want to talk about when it comes to this business plan. You have to be setting up your goals. All right, you have to set up goals for the business. Now, when you're setting goals, you have to understand the true difference, all right, between goals and statements. All right, a lot of people are making statements. It's New Year's. They got their New Year's resolution. We finna lose this weight. We finna get this money. And then by damn March, April, it's all out the window because they never wrote it down. It was all in their head, and it's something they just said. All right, those people make statements. Now, when you make goals, you have your goal here, and you got your action plan. Boom, 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 boom. That's following it. All right. Now that's you making it law for yourself. Now when you get into this business plan aspect, after you've made these goals law for yourself for a goal, now you need to worry about, all right, what's my business name? All right, who I might be selling to? All right, why am I selling to this person? What need am I filling for this person or for the marketplace for that matter? All right, and then the second part, you need your mission, all right, you need your vision and your values. They all need to be in alignment with one another, so when you do pop out, because all the stuff that I'm talking about, this is the background stuff. This is the stuff that's not sexy, that a lot of people don't talk about, but it's literally the foundation of your business that will help you build up from anything that you are starting, all right? Because you have to know what goes on at the bottom so you can get to the top. A lot of people just want to go from 0 to 100, all right? And then even if they get lucky, which people do in entrepreneurship, they get real lucky and they become like one of those one-hit wonders, all right, as entrepreneurs, where they say they might go viral, boom, they get rich. But they usually dwindle or fizz out because they never had a plan on how to sustain that business, all right? And they might not even know how to, we're going to go into that about the financing part. That's number 3, all right? But you need to have that, and then market research, all right? Market research will be one of the biggest ones when it comes to the business plan, all right? You have to be looking at your competition. Looking at your competition is one of the biggest things y'all need to do, all right? A lot of people, my idea is great. I don't care what nobody else doing. Nobody else matter. That's some BS. I'm here to tell you that right off top, all right? Look at your damn competition, all right? And look what you got going on. Look who got going on already. See how their product is formulated. All right, if you selling something that got, let's say, lotion or versus shea butter, all right, because I had a client earlier that I talked to about this. All right, what chemicals are they using? What chemicals are they not using? What chemicals will you be using? All right, look at that. All right, if they're using something that causes cancer, you could spin off of that. We have non-cancer causing chemicals that go, all natural products that go into your body that help moisturize your skin. All right, something like that, because you have to find a way where you can fit into the market, all right, and be able to swerve on your competitors, all right, and make yourself different, all right, while y'all in the same lane, all right, because you could do the same thing, but you ain't doing it the same, all right. So make sure you understand that, all right, that aspect of things when it comes to the business plan. Now, on the second part, we're going to talk about is the finances, all right. The first thing you have to do is determine profitability. All right, so you need to see, all right, what might my startup cost be for the business? All right, a lot of people don't got these stimulus checks. Some people, I just know they already blew it if they got the check. They probably already got them blew it. All right, so you could literally start your business with the stimulus check. All right, I tell you this time and time again, it does not cost as much money as you think to start a business if you are strategic. This is why you have a business plan. All right, this is why you have basic business building. All right, because you absolutely get things to be mathematical. It's not something that you're doing guesswork and you're not listening to a whole bunch of people out here who telling you to do stuff that they ain't even did themselves. Because that's what the hell happens all the time. People are always saying something. Oh, you should start a business. Oh, you should start a business. Oh, you should get an LLC. Oh, you should get an LLC. Yeah, have you got an LLC? No. All right, do you know what it costs to get an LLC? No. You cannot take advice from people that have not done what you're trying to do. You have to seek that professional advice. All right, and then when it comes to finances, that's how you're going to determine your profitability. Look at what the product's going to cost, all right, for you to get it, what your price needs to be. And this also goes back to the competition aspect as well. See what they are charging, all right? And don't base your price off of what the competition is charging, all right? Because you will probably be out of money, all right, trying to mimic big corporations. You have to find what the cost is for you and for your budget, all right, and what production that you need, all right? Now, the second one, price and product service. We went over that, and then analyze how you have to sell, all right? So analyze how much you have to sell. All right, this is one of the bigger things. I see people make this mistake. They want to run to the bank, get a business loan. That's dead. When you go to the bank, get a business loan, and you ain't even looked at a business plan or anything like that, you don't know if you're going to be profitable. You don't know if you're going to make any type of money. You don't know if you're going to be in the red if you haven't assessed the finances. People run to the bank, get a $20,000 loan, but they don't know if the business is going to be profitable. That's pretty ass backwards to me. All right, you should not be running to the bank to try to get you a loan. You should be looking at, all right, this is the potential of clients that we could get. This is the potential of the product, all right? Now, how many people are buying this usually in this area? What's the demographics, all right? How much of this is going out? You have to do that market research to assess the finances. You cannot just go get a product and then you'll be sitting on the product because you don't even know if people want the product because you ain't did the market research and now your finances all messed up because you're trying to go get a loan. You should not be starting a business with debt. Like, that is the stupidest thing I have ever heard in my damn life. All right, people start a business with debt. No. All right, if you do not have the proper amount of money to start your business, all right, this having the finances, looking at your finances, having your business plan will help you out. Because if you're a person that has this great grandiose idea, all right, all you have to do is take that big idea, niche it down to something very small, all right, that you could build up with from your budget. All right, so if you're a person that's looking to start a restaurant, but you ain't got restaurant money, all right, you ain't trying to go get a loan, which you shouldn't, you're being smart. Start cooking out of your goddamn house, all right? If your house clean, you know, whatever, take you some nice pictures, the food plate, start the business in your house, all right? Because you already pay rent there, you can put your LLC there, get the tax write-offs that you need so you can buy the things that you need and it not be a tax hit for you, all right? And then after you make some money, okay, maybe you start thinking about getting a food truck, all right? After you get the food truck, you see that it's profitable, all right, you got a little bit more money. Maybe we get a second food truck, have a second location for the food trucks. All right, boom. After that, hey, damn, like the food truck's going good. That's income. All right, let's go get us a restaurant now. All right, we're very profitable. We already know our profit margins. We know how much our product will cost. Hey, we could go get that restaurant now, and then so on and so forth. All right, that is how you build the business up. All right, you do not just go and get a restaurant and you ain't got restaurant money. Y'all have seen time and time again, y'all see a restaurant open and within 6 months it shut down because they ain't got the proper funds. They never had a business plan, they never looked at the finances, and then they probably had a loan that they couldn't keep up with. We've seen it time and time again. It's just on the hush-hush. Do not be that business. All right. Now, the last part right here that we'll be talking about is your business structure. Now, this is the last part we're going to. A lot of damn people argue about this. I don't know why, all right? But I'm going to go through it any damn way so y'all can get a good idea of what I'm talking about. All right, so you got SP, all right? We're going into the different legal business structure. So once you make your business legit, all right? So you got the SP, all right, which is the sole proprietorship, all right? When you are forming your business, this is where you go to your State Department and see what type of business you want to form. You want to form a sole proprietorship, then you want a partnership, which is the LP. If you want to do a corporation, they got SC and B Corps. All right, and then you got the LLC. All right, so this is all the things that you can do. The sole proprietorship, that is one that most people, they don't do because you can't be liable in the business because you're the only person running the business. So a sole proprietorship is all on you, and you could be liable and take a hit to your personal credit if something goes on or something go wrong. All right. Then you got a partnership. Now this is the partnership, the LP. Now you could go into a partnership with someone and start the business, which is pretty cool. But most of the time, if you don't have anybody that's trustworthy, and a lot of people always screaming, nobody will mess with my business. They don't know what I got going on. LP probably not going to be the most common. I'm just keeping it real. All right. And then the corporation. So this is the one that a lot of people argue about and it's kind of misunderstood. But I'll hit the basics of it because it runs very deep. All right, when you talk about the corporation structure. All right, so we know about the 501c3. All right, that's your nonprofits. All right, everybody know what that is, pretty much. Now, you got the S Corp. All right. Now, people tell you to get an S Corp and form yourself a corporation because it helps you from not being double taxed, all right, as a business and personal. All right. C Corp. All right, the difference, you got the C Corp. Now, when you got C Corp, it bars you from basically being public in a sense, and you cannot have like public trading. If you was going to the S&P 500, which is the stock market, all right, but you do have shareholders in there, and you do have public shareholders pretty much that'll hold the business accountable. All right, when it comes to the C Corp, and then you got B Corp, all right, which does have shareholders, but this company is for the public good. When you have that B Corp, and every year you have to file this paperwork that basically say how are you doing good for the community and the public, all right, as far as your business, all right. That's the difference between the S Corp, C Corp, and B Corp. It goes deeper, but the biggest difference is how you're going to get taxed, and then how you're going to be accountable, all right, as far in the public eye, and as far as the government and your state. All right, how you're going to be accountable. That's the biggest difference between the SC and the B Corps, all right, because people will argue you down about this crap. It ain't really nothing to argue about. The easiest one to get, especially starting out in business, if you're by yourself and you want to have less paperwork when it comes tax time, is the LLC, all right? The LLC, this is the most commonly used one. Why? First off, less paperwork, very cheap, all right, and it's easy to do. All right, LLC, that's why it is the most common one for people to do. There's less paperwork when you go to tax time. It's easy to understand and it's easy to form. You don't have to jump through hoops and loops to get your LLC started. This is why it's one of the basics of business, and it's specifically for small businesses. Now, you can grow from your LLC and branch out into a corporation. There's nothing wrong with that. You just usually have to wait until you have your annual time where you do your annual filing fee, which comes around in the spring. It literally hits almost around tax time. Typically, last year was extended out because of the coronavirus, but other than that, when tax time comes, the annual fee for you to restructure your paperwork, if you fired anybody, take them off the paperwork for your LLC, or any members, adding members, deleting members, business structure, whatever it may be, change of address, all that stuff happens when you do the annual filing fee. All right, so I'm going to come over to the other side and I'm going to take those questions now. Oh my gosh. Yeah. All right. So let me know if y'all have any questions. This Instagram thing be closing down. All right. All right, so let me know if y'all have any questions. All right, so if y'all don't have any questions, we're going to hop up off this thing. All right. You know how we end it. All right. You are wealthy, you are valued, and you are worthy. Peace and blessings, family.